Hello, 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 my beautiful butterflies, dancing unicorn fairy princesses. Hi, guys. Welcome back to AG University Podcast. It is I at Anna Grace Newell on all major platforms. And if you're new here, I'm a clairvoyant medium, Akashic Records practitioner, intuitive guide. If you're like, what the heck is that? Basically, angel readings, connecting with a super high vibrational plane of infinite knowledge and wisdom and love. And we're in the season of love. So I want to give you guys a little love note from me in this episode. And really, before I got on the mic, I was like, what do I want to talk about today? I had a moment where I'm officially done with my liver detox, which has been the drama of the last month of my content. Not really drama, but just, it was taking up a lot of space in my mind because it did require a lot of focus when you're doing any type of energetic detox. And I have really amazing insights and takeaway to share with you guys. But you know what? I was like, it is Valentine's Day. Happy Valentine's Day. So I'm not going to do you guys dirty and tell you about my experience offloading, basically going into shock, just getting sugar out of my system, because I want you to enjoy your holiday and enjoy your treats. And we can talk about the sugar detox another week. I have some really exciting guests coming on. If you guys remember my really fun synchronicity story about the author who reached out to me when I am also reading her book, it was really crazy. I don't want to spoil it too much, but that I am interviewing her next week. So I have some really good kismet, divinely planted guests. As always, I just open this space up for the perfect people who are meant to be on. I don't do a lot of searching, and I also don't accept a lot of outreach. It's just like what's meant to be will be. That's how I set up my container, and it's really just worked out so perfectly. So as always, I thank you guys so much for being here. Also, thank you so much for all the love on the AG University times Blender Bombs Love Bomb, the Aphrodisiac Bomb. It is our limited edition for the month of February. And if you buy a Love Bomb, you're entered to win a free 60-minute Akashic Records reading with me. So, yeah, you got to get some love bombs. It's just for the month of February. So it's a limited edition collab, which means honestly, there's a really good chance that you can win because there's not that many to be sold. So definitely, if you're a smoothie girly or you just want to break up a little blender bomb over your protein, oatmeal, or some Greek yogurt, whatever calls to you, it's a superfood blender ball that helps balance your sugar or not really your sugar. I'm sorry, your blood sugar. Also, that it does help you balance your sugar intake because it keeps your soul and your body and your mind healthy and happy and nourished. So you're not reaching for sugary snacks outside of us, right? We are happy and satisfied. And Blender Bombs is women owned. The ingredients are amazing. And this particular love bomb supports our hormones and our sex drive. It lights that fire inside of us. Yes, I'm about to make a love potion that's going to go on my Instagram. So lots of fun stuff. And so many of you guys have been supporting and tagging. And I just want to say, I love you. And the giveaway is still going on. We will choose a winner at the end of the month. So, where to catch up? I haven't done a solo episode in a minute, and I wanted to, I guess, first we'll share with you guys that February is meant to be a month of illumination and bringing ourselves into our light, into our gifts. And so, I did a little mini reading before I got on the microphone, and I wanted to share with you guys. I was like, I called on all my angels, all my guides, and I was like, what can I share with AG University today? Because yes, it's Valentine's Day, but I view Valentine's Day as a day for ultimate self-love, right? No matter what, no matter if you have a partner, no matter if you're single AF, it's okay. It's an opportunity for you to love on yourself. Because you know what makes the most magnetic partner on the whole entire planet? A partner that loves themselves so deeply. Whoever you're dating, girl, guy, they will be obsessed with you because you're just so in love with yourself that you're like, I love myself so deeply. My container is so just nourished. I am so magnetic. You can change the dynamic of any relationship at any point in time. I want you to know that. If you've been married for 20 years and you're like, things are getting, I don't know, I haven't been married for 20 years, but you're like, maybe things are getting a little routine. Girl, if you crank up the self-love, your partner is going to be obsessed with you. I'm just warning you. Also, try my love potion that I'm going to share on my Instagram. So, I want you to know that there is always a deeper capacity that we can expand and tune into ourselves. And I will share some self-love activities that I've been doing lately because I feel like everybody's like self-love, self-love. And you're like, yeah, saying affirmations, blah, blah, blah. But no, I believe that true self love truly is prioritizing yourself over everything else. And I have really been practicing that this season, January into February, my health, everything. And I've set up my schedule that I'm like, I take care of me first. And I know that's sometimes difficult to do because let me tell you what, I know we're all busy and I know we all got a million things going on. But I hope today that you take a moment to tune into your body and just say, hey, what can I do to show you love? Is it cook a beautiful meal? For me, I've been doing a lot of somatic work. So I will go up on my rooftop and I will set my timer for 20 minutes. And I tell my body, you can do whatever you want to do. You want to move, you want to wiggle, you want to shake, you want to stretch, you want to do yoga, you want to do Kundalini, whatever you want to do. And I have been just really feeling the most in tune with my workout regimen because I've been creating a little bit of space throughout the day to stretch, to allow my body to take up space, right? We want to train the body to quite literally have a stronger foundation to hold all the things that we're manifesting. So it's a really fun way to flip the narrative when it comes to working out. There's been so many times I've been, out of alignment with my why, but literally I've been like, oh, I want a strong core because I want a strong foundation so that I can carry, a more abundance, more happiness, more joy, right? I want this beautiful home that my body lives in and all this happiness in my soul. And yeah, I think it's just a really beautiful way to look at whatever workout practice that you're doing. Be like, what can I do, body, so that you can carry this frequency of love or joy or abundance? And I've been sharing a lot more there. And I wanted to tell you guys that I'm really proud of myself because I have faced one of my fears, which also has kind of come in another form of self love. Behind every fear is just more love. There's duality. Whatever negative experience we feel on the opposite side, there is like the positive emotion. And I just really did the most beautiful. So the last few weeks, I've been getting into doing one-on-one breathwork sessions. I had Nikki on the podcast recently, and I officially enrolled in her Reiki attunement training program because I've intuitively done Reiki for a while. I'd say like maybe the last year, but I was like, you know what? Now that I'm in the season of truly healing my body, I would love to learn a little bit more of the appropriate Reiki languaging. So I'm officially going to be a Reiki certified practitioner, like legally, because you get like an actual Reiki certification if you ever wanted to offer it. I think you have to have a certificate to do that. I've never really like offered it publicly. I've just intuitively done it. But now, hey, it can maybe be something I offer, a new wave of my business. So I'm really excited. I'm getting Reiki certified. And I always had a little bit of fear on doing breath work because I used to faint a lot and it used to make me feel kind of dizzy and I didn't like that feeling. And I've done 2 breathwork sessions and it has been so magical, so beautiful. I did not feel scared or fainty at all. And that just goes to show you that one thing that you know you need to do, it was something that I've known I've needed to dabble. And I was like scared and I was like, oh, I don't want to feel uncomfortable, blah, blah, blah. And it was fantastic. And even if there was a moment where like I felt a little uncomfortable, I felt so overjoyed overcoming the discomfort because I know that's where I'm growing and moving and evolving. So I just want to put that be in your bonnet, that if there's something that you know that you should be doing, just a reminder that I promise you it's not as hard, scary, bad, whatever as we think it's going to be. Our mind is sneaky, slippery, and sometimes tricks us into thinking things are going to be harder than they are. And I'm here to tell you that I've been coming face to face with things that quote unquote I thought were fears. And I'm like, wait a minute, I'm so silly. I made that up in my head. That really wasn't that bad. That wasn't that hard. So I'm rooting for you, whatever the thing is for you, whether you're on a healing journey or self-love journey or singlehood journey, whatever it is, putting yourself out there is thinking about it is the hardest part. Doing it actually not that hard. You can do it. Your brain wants to talk you out of it. So just remember that. Do it anyways, do it scared. Just keep going into motion. And anyways, back to the reading that I channeled for you guys today. So, I always like to open up the Akashic records and then I will speak into my Otter app, which is like a voice memo app, and it translates into words, not affiliated with the app, just think it's cool. And if you guys ever wanted to go on like a walk, inviting in your intuition or inviting in, your higher self, it's always fun to have like a little conversation out loud, because I feel like that's how we train our intuition. I actually had a reading. I want to share this with you guys. Light bulb. This is good. I just did a reading about 2 hours ago, and just such a lovely, lovely person. And she was like, how can I strengthen my intuition? And I feel this is something that all women, men, anybody here that's listening can benefit from. And I really believe that the key to strengthening your intuition, and you can try this week, is opening the conversation, opening the dialogue to communicate with your intuition like all day long. I want you to start to view your intuition as your best friend, this friend that has literally been planted inside of you. This friend lives with you. And I want you to think all day, I'm going to open the conversation all day long. I'm going to make my coffee and say, intuition, hey, I'm inviting you into this space. Think of it like a friend, like your higher self. I'm inviting you in. I want to hear from you. I want to talk with you. I want to communicate with you. And the reason that I say to keep this conversation open is a lot of people, when they start working with their intuition, they want to strengthen it. They start to go, okay, I'm going to ask my intuition. Okay, question. Should I change careers? And you ask your intuition like the most jump scare, jarring question that like there's so much pressure on the answer. It's maybe a little difficult for us to get a clear answer, because your intuition's like, yo, you only talk to me when you need me to make the most life-changing, life-altering information. Girl, I want you to talk to me like I'm your friend, like I'm your pal. And then, yes, I will. Of course, your intuition's always there for the major questions, and and you have a feeling, and you've got a gut feeling. So I'm not saying that you're not going to get clarity. But if you're new to working with your intuition and you're like, I want to tap in, I want to tune in, I want to connect all the time. Connect in the morning, connect when you make breakfast, connect when you go to the gym. Like, what sounds fun? Like, make it fun, make it a relationship. Like, my intuition is my best friend. She's my bestie. I love her so much. She's got my mother freaking back. Okay. But we're not going to hold our intuition at gunpoint and ask her the most important question of our whole entire life for the first time and be like, I need to know the answer, right? Because we're just putting so much pressure on the outcome. So I'm here to remind you that this is a part of you. Your intuition lives inside of you. It's connected to source, God, love, Jesus, whatever word works best for you. They're all the same. And your intuition is just like this beautiful branch, beautiful extension of all of this love that we have access to, and that's inside of us. And we always, always, always can have open communication, open dialogue at any point in the day. And I think that's just such a good reminder. I was just, yeah, like I said, just doing that reading, and I was like, wow, what a fun exercise that I should share with AG University. Like, when you're driving, when I'm driving, you guys, I am just talking, 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 talking. I'll put on some music. I'll talk to my intuition. I'll invite my intuition in. And like, there's no safer person to talk to than your intuition best friend. Okay. So I'll just like invite in my intuition, can also be your higher self. I feel like the information usually is pretty interchangeable, but whatever word resonates with you. And just keep the conversation flowing. Check in with her. How's she feeling? How are we doing? Are we in a good flow? What's going on today? That way, we are not only reaching for our intuition when we have these life altering, mind shattering questions, because it's just a lot of pressure. And sometimes, even too, another practice with your intuition is, I will say at the start of my day, I will journal like, hey, I'm needing, some clarity around this. And maybe I don't get the answer right away. And you guys, I feel like crazy in tune and in touch with my intuition, but still, sometimes when we don't get an answer immediately, that is the answer. The answer is that it's all unraveling at a perfect time. It's God's plan on a divine time. We're not always going to get the answer that we need in that exact moment. And you're not broken. Your intuition's not working. She's always there. So sometimes when we don't get an answer, that's okay. But sometimes in the morning, I will write in my journal, I'll say, hey, I'm needing a little guidance today. Intuition, work with me, meet me there. I'm going to be listening for you. I'm making space for you. I want to open this dialogue. Maybe send me a sign at any point, and don't put so much pressure on an exact timeline or needing an immediate answer. I feel like this is such a maybe simple, but also really profound conversation that you can have with your intuition and be like, oh, okay, yeah, I don't need to know exactly in this exact moment, right? But maybe, hey, I'm listening and let's chit chat later. Or then, later on in your day, you're on a walk and you like randomly get a light bulb moment. And that's your intuition being like, hey, I'm here and I'm ready to give you the answer because you've made space for me and you're listening and I'm proud of you and I love you. So that's how I want you to just kind of really cultivate. Your intuition is your bestie, 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 bestie. And that's how I feel. Like, yes, I'm super in tune and I'm intuitive and all the things, but I'm not going to always know all the answers all the time. Also, if we knew everything all the time, that would just be overwhelming and also not very fun. I like a little element of surprise, a little element of mystery, a little mystique. But yeah, so I thought that was a good little takeaway in the reading I did was open communication, keep the conversation flowing. And I I've been going on walks in the morning and I literally talk to myself the whole time. They're probably like, there she is. That's the girl. She's just having an invisible conversation with her imaginary friend. It's my intuition. Okay. It's my higher self. Like I'll go on walks and basically I kind of rotate back and forth doing the gym in the morning or a nature walk. A nature walk is in my neighborhood and I don't take my phone. And that's been I used to be like always listening to a podcast or listening to a meditation. And I don't take my phone just for this first part in the morning. Later in the afternoon, maybe, but in the morning. And I will just invite in my higher self. And I'm like, higher self, I invite you in to channel through me. And if there's anything that you need to say to me, I'm listening. I don't have my earbuds in. I'm not distracted by my phone. There's no frequency just coming out of my device, penetrating my eye holes. I'm listening and I'm so happy. But also, I take the pressure off and I'm like, but if nothing comes through, that's okay. That just means I need to go on a walk and enjoy some fresh air, right? I like release it. I'm like, if there's nothing I need to do except breathe and move my body and get my lymphatic system moving, and I'm walking and I'm looking at trees and I touch my little plants and I tell them I love them and I say hello to all my neighbors, that's great. That's awesome too, you know? So it's another little practice that I've been doing of just relieving pressure and going on these nature walks and inviting in my intuition and just say, hey, whatever I need to know, let it flow. And every single time I've always ended up getting like a word or something to focus on for the day or a little sentence or like a little breathing pattern. Sometimes when I'm walking, I'll do 2 in through the nose, 2 out through the mouth and just kind of get myself in this nice like rhythm walking and just being open to the universe. And it's so crazy when you open yourself up, quite literally opening your ears, like unplugging them to listen. I'm not saying, listen, I go on walks with my headphones a lot, but scheduling in a walk every now and again when you need some clarity, don't plug your ears. If you're like, I'm needing a little clarity, I'm going to go on a clarity walk. I'm going to quite literally unplug the ear holes so that I can hear a message to receive something that maybe my higher self, universe, God is trying to tell me. So, those are just some fun little, you guys know I love to give you an intuition hack or tip or takeaway, just some things that have been coming through my wheelhouse with clients because the point of me accessing and reading the Akashic records is always to learn messages. They're really super universal. Like seeing one client, one message for them can help thousands of you guys. So it's just really so cool. I was just telling her, I'm like, I wish everybody in the world could access the Akashic records. We would live the most peaceful, blissful life ever. We would have no conflict. It would be amazing, but it starts here. And your actions every single day, your kindness, your voice, your choices, they do make a difference. It creates a ripple effect. And I'm super honored to have you guys a part of AG University because I really believe everybody here has a purpose in this bigger picture that we call life, and that you are so instrumental in just this raising this vibration and being a part of this collective consciousness, this time space continuum that we're living in. Like you have a huge part. And if you're listening to this message, then I know that you're meant to be here and that you're meant to be a part of this mission with me and, spreading more love and kindness and awareness and joy, right? Like you have a big, big purpose, and do not let anyone ever convince you that you do not, because everyone here is on purpose. And I know that for a fact. Cold, hard facts. Okay. So, I'm just still rambling, but the energy reading that I did earlier that I've been trying to tell you 3 times, but I keep going off on tangents, but that's okay because they're all relevant and you need to hear all of it because I love you and I want this to be a love letter from me to you. So I was really excited when I got this little bit of information. I was like, what is AG University going through collectively? What do they need to hear? And I immediately just got like the energy of your collective group is moving into up level, up level, up level. And whenever I see words like continuously, I know I'm like, oh, this is juicy. You guys are in your up level. Okay. And it's like, this is like I'm giving you your report card. Okay. This is like your middle, or I guess technically we're going in the second half of the year. No, beginning of the year. What? Where are we? I don't know. This is your report card. Okay. We're doing just like a little check in, a little review. And it's like, you guys have been here. You've been coming to class. You've been showing up. You've been doing the work. Even if you're just listening to a few episodes here and there, that's okay. It still shifts your perspective and your vibration. That's still like you're still doing the work. And this season, February, is all about you up leveling, and you are in an up level. And here's the cool thing is that it's happening and it's here, and your energy is starting to shift and open and awaken just with the seasons, right? The moon and the tide and all the things. Spring is coming. We're going to have new life, new activity, new people are coming into your life, whether that's romantic partners or friends that you've been cultivating or calling in. All of this newness is starting to quite literally come to life and blossom, right? So I just want to remind you that the, I guess, main message is up level. You're in an up level. And I always get so excited because I feel like that's when you're playing a little video game, you get a little you get a little up to the next level. There's a new kind of wave of energy, excitement, information coming to you. That's just like the collective energy that I'm reading for you guys. And it's really like you have shifted away from an old identity of self. In this season of going in winter, you are coming out shedding. Anybody that's listening, I set the intention for every person that listens to this podcast. This podcast will only find you if it's meant to, and you are shedding a past version of yourself who you've been ready to let go of. And it's like success, hoorah! It's like you get to the end, like ding ding, going to the next level, yay! So I just wanted to kind of reiterate that. Maybe you're feeling that. Maybe you're ready and you're open. And let me tell you what, when you're about to go on to the next level, shit gets hard then. You know this. It's like a video game. You get all these other things thrown at you and it starts getting way harder and way faster. And there's a lot. And you've got to like recalibrate. That's when you know you're on the brink of the next new level, the next new version of yourself. Okay. When shit gets hard and shit gets real, just remember you're about to get propelled into a new, more expanded consciousness, more expanded situation. So don't be down on yourself if you're like, listen, January whooped my ass, okay? Between doing the energetic detox that I did, the cleanse, all the things. But I'm finally like, oh my gosh, I get it. I mean, for me, it's like, I have been generating so much joy from inside of myself. And that took me many years to recognize like, I don't need anything outside of me. I don't need a person. I don't need food. I don't need caffeine, alcohol, drugs, sex, whatever the thing is for you. It doesn't matter. It could be anything. I don't need to reach for anything. I can go on a walk without my phone and like listen to the birds sing and feel joy. Like what? That's crazy. That's a gift. That's insane. Also, fun fact, did you know that one of the best ways to regulate your nervous system is to go on a walk outside, not have your earbuds in, and hear birds singing? Because evolutionary times, when birds chirp, that they actually only chirp when no danger is present. And so like biologically our bodies will go into this state of like, rest, I'm safe. I am safe. So hearing birds chirping actually helps regulate our nervous system when we're out in nature. I mean, I think nature in general regulates your nervous system, but I thought that was so cool. And I was like, oh my gosh, am I going to become a bird watcher? Am I a full-time bird watcher? I love birds. So, yeah, even just going outside and hearing the birds sing really regulates the nervous system. Okay, that was a side random fact. But anyways, so I wanted to get back to this concept of you are up leveling, you are shifting, you are getting ready for new life. And the up level that I'm seeing specifically for you guys is really an up level in your confidence. That's where I'm seeing is like collectively there's this up level in confidence. And if you're not feeling it yet, you will. You are going to. I want you to start to be like, I am ready. I am the most confident version of me. show me how confident I can feel, right? Because I really do believe that this is a collective message, and every single one of you guys has shed some part of yourself that maybe was taking a little bit of that confidence away, or that was dimming your light. Because ultimately, the whole month of February, I always read themes and titles and codes for, collective groups. And February was a month of illumination. That's why January was tough. It was hard because we had to face we had to face the music. We had to face the facts. And some of the facts that sometimes I don't like, I don't want to. No, I don't like it. But here's the thing, I do it, and it always feels lighter on the other side. And so this is our time. Our February month is like we're feeling lighter on the other side, and it's only getting lighter and brighter, and we're feeling more confident. And I really want you guys to hear that and embody that and look for that and train your mind to just, hey, show me more. Show me how confident I can feel. Show me how amazing, how magical, how illuminated I can be. Because this time is really for me to step into my sparkle. And your sparkle is really all about, like, yes, of course I love like sparkly and fun and glittery, but your sparkle for you looks different than me. For you, your sparkle means I am stepping into something that I've always wanted to do. I am sharing my gift. And I always tell people, well, you don't have to become like a podcaster or an influencer or any of the things. You can just literally start to share things that light you up or that excite you with your friends, with your family, with your community, with anybody, anyone. Because when you share with your friend, a family member, anyone, something that feels authentic to you, that actually creates a spark inside of them, and it ignites their kind of soul's essence to share something that feels authentic to them. You see, it's a ripple effect. It's a ripple effect, and you create it. You are an activator. When you share your truth or things that you love or bring you joy, whatever it is, anything that is a sparkle for you, no matter what, it doesn't even have to do with your work. If that's not in your work, whatever. Or maybe it's something that you bring to work and share with your coworkers. That sparkle is contagious. It is contagious. So you are a part of a ripple effect. And I want you to remember that this is February is our sparkle month, illumination, all these things. And if I want to show up and wear my favorite beautiful hot pink outfit and share a message or something that I've read or a quote or something with someone, do it. If it's placed on your heart, please share it, because that's how we continue to spread this kind of contagious message of love and kindness and joy. All of you guys have the ability to be an activator in someone's life. You do not have to, like I said, up and quit your job or start a podcast. And if you want to, amazing. But sometimes just the smallest little message can totally shift the trajectory of someone's life. You have that power. And the only way that that power, like that vessel, is love. There's so much love in the words that you say and the work that you do. Like if you infuse it with love, no matter what it is that you do, even if you're like, this feels so mundane and blah, I promise you can infuse love. And that love is contagious. That is our vessel for spreading and sharing and being bold and bright and shiny and also magnetic. People are drawn to that energy. They want to be around you. They want to date you. They want to hang out with you. They want to be your friend. So just remember, we are here to allow ourselves to tap into our sparkle. Even if it feels silly or irrelevant, it's not. It is a potent, powerful message that someone needs to hear. And you never know who you're going to help or how it's going to show up. So that was a little bit of the live reading that I did. And I just wanted to give you guys a huge just pat on the back and a congratulations for this up level that you are stepping into, this highest version of self that you are aligning with, and for all the work that you've done this past semester and in every season of your life. It has all led you here. And I'm just so proud of you. The Akashic Records angels are proud of you. Your angels are proud of you. Your angels are always around your loved ones, your ancestors, anyone in your life who's passed away, a parent, a spouse. They are so proud of you, and you have so much love surrounding you. You are so protected and so guided. And I just really feel like you guys needed a reminder today. And I promise you, whatever, maybe there is some toughness going on in your life, it's going to get lighter, because this is our season of illumination and coming into new life and new growth. So take that with you today and maybe share that message with someone who's really needing to hear it. And yeah, I love you guys. I tell you I love you all the time in all my podcasts, and I really do mean it. I think it's really important to tell people that you love them. I do have one other self love. I guess I've been doing a lot of holistic swaps, and that even to me, for me, getting into this physical detox, offload, self love, little tips and tricks and hacks, that's been another form of self love. Me literally taking inventory of my body, my home, everything that's going on in and around my body being consumed energetically for me, Austin, Zane, anyone. That's another variation of self love, and I have a really, I guess, kind of revolutionary one in the terms of all of the cooking that I was doing. I did not know how all of my non-stick pans, the ones that I'm like, oh yeah, fry an egg on it, it will never stick, easy to clean, yeah, how toxic they were. So this is a really exciting little Valentine's Day gift that I have for you guys. I do officially have a code so that we can all get our cookware up leveled. Hallelujah. I just got a whole new set, and I wanted to share with you guys that I am partnering with Caraway, and I believe it is the most iconic, also chic, also sustainable, also non-toxic brand available, also cute. Okay. So they have an amazing selection of cookware, stainless steel, bakeware, food storage. We want glass, not like the shitty plastic. Okay. Tea kettles, linens. They have literally everything that you could possibly need. I just got their entire cookware set. So I'm ditching the chemicals. I got their ceramic coated cookware set, and I have a couple of them on that I'm going to link in the show notes, as always, my favorites. But I wanted to share that with you guys because I had no idea that when you heat up some of the Teflon, it will literally, like from those shitty nonstick pans that I was using personally, it will melt and actually get into your food. And the founder of this company got what they call Teflon flu. Never even heard of that, but got so sick from some of the toxic chemicals in their pans. And that was how the company was born. I always love like a come up story of how, I mean, honestly, sometimes sickness can be our greatest teacher. So that's releasing toxic chemicals into the air and into our food. And so we don't want that. So this is the best nonstick kitchenware on the market, Caraway. And right now, you guys, I have a code, which is so exciting. So right now you can visit carawayhome.com/Anna Grace to take advantage of a limited time offer for 10% off your next purchase. And this deal is exclusive for our AG University listeners. So visit carawayhome.com/Anna Grace or use code Anna Grace at checkout. Caraway, non-toxic cookware made modern. Yes, it is. And of course, you guys, I got the cute little pink set because I had to. So I'll be sharing more on my Instagram. And also, you can check out AG University podcast for some of my favorite non toxic swaps. These are just things that I wish someone had told me sooner. And yeah, I'm here to always watch out for you guys and advocate for your health. Okay. So, next thing that I've done for you guys is did a unicorn draw, card draw, pull. What? I've never said draw before. That was so random. I did a card pull, a drawing. So I did, and I'm curious if I've already read this card on, but I'm positive it was this card. It flew out and like smacked me in the face, and I was like, okay. I called on my guides and I said, what does AG University need to hear today? And they said, this is the message. And I was like, okay, loud and clear. So if I've already read it once, you know what? I guess maybe you just need to hear it again. And if it's your first time hearing this message, just really receive it. And these are my beautiful dancing unicorn cards. Actually, they're just unicorns. I personally am in the process of trying to find a partner so that I can make legit dancing unicorns because we need dancing you cards. Duh. These are my unicorn cards, and they're oracle cards, which they're really just like intention. It's not tarot, but they're more just, yeah, aligning with angel energy, oracle, kind of giving us an intention to focus on. And this is something that I want you to carry with you maybe throughout the week. They're such beautiful cards. If you guys are watching me on YouTube, this is the support card, and it's a beautiful red and orange card with a unicorn. And there's a girl just laying on a unicorn's back, and his wings are spread wide. It's so pretty. So pretty. Okay, so this is the support card. And I've pulled this for you. And if you're listening, it's for you. Ask for help, get more rest, and nurture yourself. I'm going to read it now. Feeling tired, burnt out, overwhelmed, or overworked is a call to lighten your load and recharge your batteries. Your energy levels are low, and it is proving counterproductive to getting things done or being there for others. You may feel you have to do everything yourself, or you don't know who to ask for help. A part of you could be addicted to the adrenaline rush of stress and hustle. You may even feel it is a sign of weakness to slow down or that you don't deserve to be nurtured. You have nothing to prove by working yourself too hard or sacrificing yourself by doing everything alone. This winged horse urges you to ask for help, to get more rest, and to be loving to your body. Schedule in non negotiable times for naps, set boundaries around your work hours, and make getting a good night's sleep a priority. Hire an assistant or other team members for your business. Spend the day at a spa, book in for a massage or other body treatment, or simply take a day off to do nothing. Ask your friends and family to help with your kids or invest in additional child care or nanny for that day. You are worthy of this support. The extra energy you will have as a result will be worth the time and money you spend to give it to yourself. Oof, that is really, really good. And I feel like I feel like there's a lot of people who need a reminder like, hey, it's okay to ask for help if you need help. Like, you can ask for help, and people are actually, they like to help. I like when people close to me ask for help. I'm like, oh my gosh, yeah, I'm like, especially Austin. I'm like, wow, I'm so happy you told me what was going on. I had no idea. Let me help you lighten this load, or let's problem solve together. Sometimes it just takes letting somebody know, hey, I'm feeling super bogged down right now. What's something we could do to feel a little lighter, a little brighter? So, prioritize your body and your needs and support. And also, always a good time to do your inventory on boundaries. I actually have an interesting boundary story that I'll share with you guys. So, back in January, I believe, I was doing a card pull with one of my friends, Kristen Such. She's actually from Ponte Vedra. So when she comes from home for holidays, we will connect. She came on the podcast, and that was the first time we met. And we just recorded an absolute fire episode. If you ever need anything about money, I think the episode's called How to Be Rich as Fuck with Kristen Such. And it's an incredible episode. So she came over to my house because we connected in LA and hit it off. And she came over, we did a card pull. And I told her, I was like, hey, I've kind of had some like weird health stuff going on. That was like my question for cards. Cause I was like, I'm getting this information, curious if you can echo this back to me, or, you're hearing the same thing. And so she pulls a card and she's like, yeah, there's something really coming up with you around boundaries, like your boundaries, boundaries, boundaries. And I'm like, boundaries? I'm like, I feel like my boundaries are pretty good. So then, like, another week later, I ended up doing, or no, I'm sorry, another month or so later, I did one of my first breath work sessions with my friend Morgan. And she's like, yeah, there's something coming up about boundaries. And I'm like, boundaries? Because I'm like, I feel like, well, first of all, I don't see a lot of people throughout the course of my day. I work from home to infringe on my boundaries. I'm like, okay. And Austin, I feel like I communicate my boundaries, and communicating boundaries also can be communicating your needs to a partner, right? It's not always just like, you know, harsh drawing a line in the sand, right? It could just be like, oh, I may be needing this, or am I speaking up, or, maybe boundaries at work. And I was like, I'm so stumped. I cannot figure out what it is. And then, like, actually on Sunday, I pull another card that's boundaries. And I'm like, okay, hold up. So I went into the Akashic records and I looked and I started going, okay, let me like maybe get a better definition of boundaries. And boundaries, just how I was intuiting it, was basically anything that comes into your energetic sphere, right? It can be literally anything. It's not always just like a person or a friend or someone that's like annoying you. I feel like that's like a quick, people go there with boundaries. And you know what it was for me? The way that I acted stumped was just so silly. My phone, my telephone device. It is having better boundaries with, showing up, being present online, doing the work that I do, and then setting a boundary that when it's time to close up shop, it's time to close up shop, because I've recognized that if I'm on social media too much, I really do feel like my cortisol levels being affected. It's more than just like, oh, I don't want to mindlessly scroll, or, oh, I don't want to do this. It's like, no, like really just like having good boundaries around when I'm on my phone and when I'm present. And the more that I brought awareness to that, the more that I realized, I was like, dang, I really do. Like, I'll be doing one thing for work, putting on my makeup. Next thing you know, I'm scrolling. It's crazy. It's like, I don't even know what happened. I don't know when I picked up. I don't know when I opened the app. We kind of go into this autopilot, automation mode. And that was really what it was for me. It was being aware of when I'm on autopilot. And that was the boundary. And that was like such a shift for me, because this week I've been like, okay, at the end of the day, I've got all my work done. I've posted. I know it's a little different for me because my whole life is being attached to the phone and sharing and documenting, but also being like, it's okay. I don't have to always document everything. I don't have to share everything. And for you guys, I know everybody here has some touch point of work with their phone, whether it's clients calling them or needing to post or create. We're all needed or getting sucked into our phones at some point. I always tell people it's a portal. Phones are a portal. There's so much energy. Think about all these people that can tap into our energy via phones. And so, we just want to kind of have a little bit of a boundary there and a little bit of time away. And for me, like, even the time away is like not even having my phone in the same room. So I won't just accidentally go into autopilot and pick it up. So I thought that was just like a funny story of like, I'm like, boundaries. So maybe it's just a little intuitive ping for you to do a clean sweep, a little housekeeping on like, what are my boundaries like? What are the people around me like? How do I feel? What is my phone screen time looking like? That's literally anything coming into your energetic field is somewhere where we need to have a nice, healthy boundary. Because sometimes I watch stuff on social media that I'm like, nah, that doesn't resonate. I don't like that. No, no, thanks. Next. So, just doing a little sweep, allowing your body to rest and restore and not constantly subjecting us to stimulation, whether that's TV, news, media. You're allowed to take a step back. You're allowed to just go lay in your bed and close your eyes and take a few deep breaths, and it feels so good. Just remember, some of the most simple practices can really shift your energy. Going on a walk, breathing, talking to your intuition, having a conversation, writing a love letter to yourself. I think everybody should do that. You guys need to write a love letter to yourself. It's Valentine's Day. Let's put on something pink and cute or red or whatever color resonates with you that makes you feel like lovey, and write a love letter to yourself. Even if you're in partnership, doesn't matter. You can write a love letter to your partner too. But I really encourage you guys to, just keep writing this podcast all the way into your journal and tell yourself how proud of you that you are for this up level and this new wave of confidence that's coming to you if it's not already activated inside of you. And just remember that listening to these podcasts are always an activation of my energy, and I'm always infusing so much love and support and confidence and bright, sparkly energy in every episode. That's always my intention before I get on the mic. So just remember that you have access and you can channel any emotion that you want. You can be anyone that you want, and you can always, always, always experience more joy and more love. So write that love letter to yourself. Thank you so much for coming to class. And I love you guys so much. I'll see you next week. Mwah. As always, I just wanted to say thank you so much for tuning in. If you feel so called or if it feels aligned, I would love for you to leave me a review here. I always love reading your beautiful thoughts and messages. And also you can find me at Anna Grace Newell on Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube. And I will link all of my courses, AG University course curriculum in the show notes, along with if you're interested in booking an Akashic Records reading with me. My scheduling link goes out in my newsletter. It goes out once a month and it's completely free. I would love to have you there. As always, I'm a proud professor and you get an A+ for making it all the way through the end. Love you.